So, what is the best vanilla fragrance out there?
Of all time.
Of all time?
Of all time.
Of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
In my opinion.
In your opinion? Well, according to many people, Tihota by Indult is supposed to be one of the best, if not the best vanilla fragrance that was ever created in perfume. So, if you're interested in finding out about Tihota by Indult, plus have a chance at winning a bottle of Tihota by Indult if you are a subscriber from the USA, then please stay tuned for this review with Ashley. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time landing on this channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, participating in giveaways, and still have not subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. Okay? Let me give them the details. Let me give them the details. Okay. So I did a video almost 2 years ago, maybe it was 2 years ago, profiling or previewing the 4 fragrances from this house. Tihota, there was 4 others, Manakata, I'm drawing a blank with the other 2 for now, but if you're curious to find out about those, check it out. But this was launched in 2006, and it was created by Francis Kurkdjian, the well-known perfumer, the master perfumer. It retails for $200 in a 50 ml bottle like this at Luckyscent, and EDP concentration. So this has been around for a while, a good 15 years, and it is the best vanilla ever created.
End all be all, and vanilla is my favorite fragrance category.
It is?
Yes. Vanilla balsamic type things are my favorite fragrance category. And they were from the very beginning. So when I first started getting into niche fragrances about 10 years ago, I went on a vanilla hunt and I tried tens and tens and tens of vanillas. Like if it was at Luckyscent, I tried it. Obviously, if it was at Tiger Lily, I tried it. And I think this ended up being one of my Luckyscent samples, and I was in love. It is absolutely the most beautiful, true vanilla out there. It's everything. It's sexy, it's comforting, it is elegant. Boozy.
Do you think it's better than Spirituous Double Vanille?
100%. And I feel like, you know, a Spirituous Double Vanille has a beautiful top, but it gets a little too musky synthetic for me in the dry down, and I think that's why ultimately, you know, it is not my all-time favorite vanilla, but this stays so natural throughout, so beautiful throughout. It never gets off in the way so many vanillas do. And I don't know what it is, because vanillin, you know, in itself doesn't get this weird synthetic thing that I see a lot of vanillas get. Maybe F-vanillin does. But
what is vanillin again?
Vanillin is just a molecule that we often pair with vanilla and perfumery, or use to replace vanilla and perfumery. Personally, I actually like vanillin more than I like Vanilla Absolute. I just think it's more pure. It's more what we imagine vanilla when we smell it from the pod. Vanillin is, than when you get the Absolute, you get a little bit more to it that isn't my favorite necessarily. But this fragrance is just stunning, and it melds with skin beautifully, probably because of the musks. It's just a little bit spicy.
Not too spicy. Not too spicy,
but just like the right touch, I think, for warmth. Really boozy, really delicious.
To me, it's not as boozy as a Spirituous Double Vanille.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I agree.
We didn't mention what notes are in here. Basically, on Luckyscent, it says vanilla and musks, nothing else.
Yeah.
You're just basically smelling pure vanilla. Pure, delicious, yummy vanilla.
Yeah.
The great thing about this fragrance also is the longevity. I mean, it's not one of those fragrances that screams really loud. Perhaps it does a few hours after you spray it, but it is such a cozy experience.
Snuggle.
It's very, very snuggle.
Yeah.
You want to put it on and either snuggle yourself or snuggles with somebody, because
that's true, because I don't feel like, oh, sexy, it'd be sexy if I smell it on someone else, but it makes me feel sexy, I think, just because snuggles, because I just want to do this all the time to my own arm, so it gives me a lot of confidence, but I feel that way about vanillas. Yeah.
Do you get a little bit of a chocolatey tinge to it, like a coating or dusting of chocolate.
Yeah, like a cocoa, like a cocoa powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so good. It is so good. And I agree with people. They say this is the
best
vanilla ever.
And it is.
Do you think it's beast mode?
No. I mean, compared to some other fragrance, the longevity I think is there, the projection is there, but when I think beast mode, I think it's going to last 24 hours, and I don't think that's this for me.
But you don't want that with a vanilla.
No, you'd want to vomit, I think. Not to be gross, but you have to be really careful. You don't want to be too gooey or too syrupy, and this isn't. You're not getting any of that maple syrup gooiness, fenugreek sometimes that I get a little bit with Un Bois Vanille, which is a nice fragrance.
The Serge Lutens.
The Serge Lutens, but it is much gooier than this. To me, this is slightly more powdery.
Well, you know what? It is very sweet to me, but it's not rotting your teeth sweet.
Yes.
It's very, very sweet. I have a very, very sweet experience with this one.
True.
I find the Serge Lutens to be a lot woodier. I don't know. Plus, I get like a licoricey factor with that one.
I think it's licorice. I agree that the Serge Lutens is a lot less sweet, but to me, it feels very syrupy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A not so sweet syrup?
Not so sweet. Yes, exactly. I don't know, something about it feels very gooey.
Gooey.
Yeah.
But you don't get the gooiness with this one.
Not in the same way, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of powdery at the same time.
I think it's the coconut in the Serge Lutens that I think makes me struggle with it a bit.
Oh.
Because it was one of the ones that I tried in my journey, and I don't know, this beat it.
What do you think it's similar to this fragrance? Do you find anything that it can?
The Vanille Madagascar by Eau De Parfum Difference, I think, is like kind of a dupe. It's slightly less expensive, but it's missing something that I think is in this one.
This is the queen. This is the queen of vanillas.
It is.
Really, really. It's the one that's up there, the best of the best.
It stays beautiful throughout. I think that's why this isn't beast mode. I feel like the Vanille Madagascar from Eau De Parfum Difference is a lot bigger, but I tire of it a lot more. It gets a little bit too cloying after a while, and it's also a beautiful fragrance, but we get tired of even our most beautiful fragrances.
I do.
Yeah, but this is so well balanced that I just don't get the same cloying feeling that I do with some other vanillas.
Interesting. So would you definitely rank this as your number one vanilla?
Number one vanilla of all time.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Hands down?
Yeah.
Will it ever change?
No. It's been this way for at least 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and I mean, there are other fragrance, it's also just a pure true vanilla, which is what I want in a vanilla. Again, with the Un Bois Vanille, there's the licorice, there's the coconut, there's
That's
the
not
woods.
a true vanilla.
And I think that's why when I approached it, I was a little bit confused and it put me off of it. Later I came to it and on its own, I love it and think it's a beautiful fragrance. But if all you want is just that easy sweet treat, that sugar rush, that let me eat it, that's this.
It's you can smell it and enjoy your sweet vanilla craving.
Yeah.
But you don't have to put on the weight with it.
Exactly.
The other thing I want to mention is I've done a lot of cooking with vanilla, and it's authentic.
Yeah.
It smells authentic, like cooking vanilla.
It does. I agree.
And also comparing it to Spirituous Double Vanille, I thought that was authentic as well, but at that time when I first sampled it, I had not smelled this yet. But when I compared the two together, I find the Spirituous Double Vanille a lot boozier. You're getting more booze than vanilla.
Okay.
Here you're getting just vanilla with little hints of booze in there, which is a nice balance to me. So
yeah,
I want to cook with it. Anything else we should say about Tihota?
Try it. If you're looking for a vanilla, stop torturing yourself and just try it, because this will solve all your vanilla problems.
It certainly is the best. And the other cool thing is Francis Kurkdjian did these 4 fragrances before he made it big. Before his brand launched.
Wow.
This was done in 2006, I said, right? 2006, and I think his brand launched a year or 2 years later.
Wow. That's
so
really
he did,
interesting.
he did 4 original fragrances, maybe even 5, because I think the brand Indult is relaunching one of their older fragrances that apparently was shelved.
Yeah.
So I think he's done 5, and hopefully the brand will come out with more fragrances in the future. Do you know about the brand much?
I know Mankara, which is a lychee rose, and I really love it as well.
You like that one too?
I do. But this and that one are the only ones I've tried as well. Yeah.
There's also a plum one, I believe.
Ooh.
And then there's a leathery, woody one.
Oh, okay. I love plum. I should have tried it.
You do?
Yeah.
It's a little on this. Oh, I think it's plum and jasmine, so it's a little on the.
Like touch and go with jasmine.
Jasmine, yeah, can go a little dirty.
We have a complicated relationship.
Anyway, guys, this is Tihota. If you aren't familiar with it or if you haven't sampled it and you love vanilla fragrances, this is a must try. Please check it out and get some samples because Luckyscent does sell samples. You can preview the fragrance and see what you're missing out on, especially if you're a vanilla lover, as we said. But if you don't want to do that and you want to have a chance at winning a bottle,
you lucky person,
a $200 valued bottle, you'll have a chance at winning this. And what we're going to have you do is let us know what you liked about this review, what makes Tihota sound great to you, and then also please put down what your favorite vanilla fragrance is currently, and perhaps it'll change your mind when you win this one and get it.
Yes.
Other than that, guys, please like this video. Oh, let us know if you have any questions. Other than that, please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.